Hi, this is Matt Henderson, and this is an audition for Portland Center Stage's production of The Chosen, and the role is David Malter. Did you know that on December 17th, 1942, Mr. Eden got up in front of the House of Commons and gave the complete details of the Nazi plan to massacre the Jewish population of Europe? Was that a secret? There were protests, petitions, letters, and yet no practical measures were taken. None. They simply didn't care to do anything. They let a few Jews in and then closed their doors. Also in America, yes, they cared, but not enough. The world closed its doors to us, and now they would deny us Palestine as well. What a world this is. What an insane world.
You're working too hard. You'll make yourself sick again.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Does Dr. Grossman know you're working like this?
Dr. Grossman worries too much. That's his job.
Are you going for another checkup soon?
Don't worry, I'm
I
fine.
just wish you'd take it a little easy.
This is a time to take things easy? The Haganah and your gun boys who are dying, are they taking it easy? This is the time for action. We must succeed in the creation of the Jewish homeland. It is the only hope for our people. You know how I feel about this.
But you are going to work yourself to death.
This is more important than that! Reuven, listen to me. Do you know what the rabbis tell us God said to Moses when he was about to die?
No.
God said, "You have toiled and labored, and now you are worthy of rest." Worthy of rest. We do not live forever. We live less time than it takes to blink an eye. So then why do we live? What value is there to our life if it is nothing more than the blink of an eye? The blink of an eye is nothing. But the eye that blinks, now that just might be something. The span of a life is nothing, but the man who lives may be something if he fills his life with meaning. Now, meaning is not automatically given to life. We must choose. And if we choose to fill our lives with meaning, then perhaps when we die, we too will be worthy of rest. And that is why I am doing what I am doing. Do you understand?
Abba.
Hey, don't worry. I'm not going to die for a very long time. Between you and Dr. Grossman, I'll live to be 112 in 3 months. But I must do these things, or my life would be meaningless. Merely to live, to exist, what sense is in that? A fly also lives.
I understand, Abba. And I respect your choices.
You Thank you, Reuven. That means a great deal to me. Thank you. Oh, now listen a moment, would you? I want to read the end of a speech I'm working on for the rally at Madison Square Gardens. I want to know what you think of it.
All right.
My friends, we now have it in our grasp to bring the long, bitter centuries of exile to an end. Again and again, we have sought acceptance in the lands where we settled. Again and again, we were rejected and cast out. And what we have seen in our time is the final casting out of the Jews. The burning of an entire civilization. Now, all of us stood by as onlookers to that burning. We might absolve ourselves of our guilt as bystanders by saying no one could have anticipated such an evil, but we will never be able to rid ourselves of future guilt if we stand by and do nothing while our brothers and sisters in Palestine fight to establish a Jewish state. We must say to ourselves, never again will Jews be bystanders to evil. Never again will Jews be bystanders to such a destruction. Never again will Jews be bystanders while other Jews struggle against oppression. Never again. Never again. Never again. Never again! He is a unique individual.
I've never understood how you and he have remained friends all these years.
Why should we not be friends?
Well, Don't you disagree on just about everything?
Friendship is not based only on similarities of opinion.
I know, but...
Differences of opinion should never be allowed to destroy a friendship. I'm surprised that you, of all people, have not realized that yet.
I do know that, Abba, but Jack Rose?
Yes, Jack Rose. He's a good man, a good father, and a good friend. Not to mention he just gave me $1,000 for the Jewish National Fund.
You're kidding.
And he just joined a synagogue.
Jack Rose? The Jack Rose who was just here?
The same.
I have a hard time seeing Jack Rose in a synagogue.
He told me he joined not for himself, but for his children and his grandchildren. And they say this is happening all over America now. A religious renaissance, some people are calling it.
I don't envy his rabbi.
Why not? This is a cause for celebration. American Jews are returning to the synagogue.
God help us if the congregations fill up with all Jack Roses.
They will fill up with Jack Roses, and it will be the task of the rabbi to educate them. You see? That is what you would be up against if you were to become a rabbi.
You mean when I become a rabbi?
If you become a rabbi.
But Abba...
you are young yet. There's time to decide such things.
But rabbis are needed now more than ever. You say that all the time. That our treasures must be restored, and that the best hope lies here in America.
Yes, I know,
I think I could be helpful to our people, Abba. I want to teach, but I also want to be helpful to people in their real lives, in their times of need.
I understand that. However...
Are you the only one allowed to act on his beliefs, to fill his life with meaning?
Ah. Ah, well. You would have been a fine professor. I would have enjoyed that.
I know what I need to do. I've given it a lot of thought, believe me.
Even with a synagogue full of Jack Roses?
Even then, God help me.